Saturday, January 19th, the Panthers of Prairie View A&M University continue home play at the Baby Dome to face off against the Tigers of Jackson State University. Women's basketball at 3 p.m., men's basketball at 5 p.m. in the William J. Nix Building. Saturday, January 19th. Panthers versus Tigers. More information and live video stream available at pvpanthers.com.
How you doing, ladies and gentlemen? This is the radio guy, Dr. Mike Prince. As you know, we come to you each and every day with the world of HBCU sports and beyond. Today is no exception to the rule. We have on the line with us Sandy Pugh, head women's basketball coach at Prairie View A&M University. How did that sound, Coach? I got it right that time.
Hey, guys. How's everybody doing?
We're doing absolutely well. We came up a little short, and I know I didn't get a chance to be there to help root you on, but let me give you a hard time just again. You had one job to do with me, Sandy, and that was to win this Texas Southern game. What happened?
Mike, you putting pressure on me. I might have to fire everybody just to please you.
Look, don't do that. Don't do that. I don't have enough bread in the cupboard to cover those in that unemployment line. So, but it was a tough start for you all to get things off the ground. But give us a recap and your analysis of what you saw from the bench.
Well, first of all, my point guard play has been hampered with injuries. We got one kid coming off a broken foot, and she re-injured that. And then my other point guard is recovering from her injury. And then the first play of the game, the forward kid goes down with an ankle injury. So it was a tough start for us. I just don't think, they took advantage of it. They jumped on us, and we just never seemed to get back into any kind of rhythm or groove. And I'm telling you right now, those kids came to play. Out of all the plays, that's probably by far that they played. So hats off to them for coming in and definitely being ready. I mean, they did what they're supposed to do, is take advantage of weakness.
Now, I want to ask you this question because it's easier to pick up on what your team didn't do right in a loss. Right. What did you learn about your team in this loss, and what were some strengths that you could build from with this?
Well, first of all, we've got to have a multifaceted team. We have to have people able to step in, the next man up kind of mindset. And that was number one, and that was one of the things we talked about. Number two is execution. We had a lot of people out of position, just not being fundamentally sound and getting where they needed to be, and stopping straight line drives and middle drives, and our gap defense wasn't what it needed to be. So we had a lot of miscues and missed assignments. So showing them that on the tape, they will, sometimes kids get caught up into how they feel about things. They aren't necessarily processing their role and what the expectations are, because there was a lot of energy surrounding that game from the alumni and from the student body, and and how they were trying in general to compensate. So with that being said, we missed a lot of general assignments, and that seemed to compound the issue that we were having. But when halftime came out, made some corrections on what we were supposed to be doing and where the ball should be going, and first two plays down the court turnovers, just really out of rhythm. So it was definitely Texas Southern night and not ours. But I always tell the kids in this industry, you live and fight another day. We have to get ready for Jackson State and Grambling. We still sit a half a game out of first place. And so we go in and take care of this business the next two ball games. We'll be right back where we need to be.
We're talking right now with Coach Sandy Pugh of Panthers women's basketball program. The Panthers falling short to Texas Southern, but as you just stated, Coach, you got to have short amnesia. You can't let this thing linger on, because you got two very capable opponents coming in on your home court with Jackson State and with Grambling State. Now, there's a dynamics between the two styles of play, and I'm not trying to get too ahead of the game, but you got a young lady who handles that guard position at Grambling, Mitch Hill. Do you overshoot as you prepare for these two teams this week, or do you just kind of try to come up with a multitask game attack for both Jackson State and Grambling? Or are they that much difference as far as you see?
Well, I'll be honest with you. I take it one game at a time. I have not looked at any footage on Grambling. Our total is on Jackson.
With that approach, does it appear that you have to be cramming for that Monday opponent? In this case, it would be Grambling, but any other Monday opponents that you have more time to prepare for that Saturday opponent over that Monday opponent?
You definitely have more time to prepare for the Saturday opponent. There's no doubt about it. In some instances, you feel like you have too much time to sit down and for the kids to think about it. But you go in and you work on fixing the issues you had for Monday. You talk about those. You try to straighten those concerns out. Work on your team chemistry. That's always an issue. And then you continue to prepare for Saturday. And once Saturday hits and that game's over, you immediately switch gears and you go and get ready for Monday. So definitely a tough swing for us. They're both teams are very small, and Grambling's a veteran team. They won the regular season tournament. We're very familiar with Grambling and Shaquilla Hill. Someone called me and said that she had a quadruple double again. And I was like, she did? And they were like, yeah, she had 20 points and 10 rebounds and 10 assists and 11 turnovers. I was like, okay. Well, I don't know if they count that one, but she had a quadruple double. But I think they were just being funny. I don't know if she actually had. I hadn't looked at that, but the person that called me was just, kind of telling me about it. But, kid's a great player. Definitely has represented our conference well, and Grambling, and she's hard to stop, and she'll be a challenge for us on Monday. But on Saturday we have a new head coach and the head coach at Jackson State, so we're not really familiar with a lot of her tendencies. So and she has some new players coming in to her program, and those kids play really hard. They're going to do a lot of up-tempo things in open court, and the Hayman kid does a good job of banging it down the block and finishing. And they have a kid, the Mitchell kid, really shoots the three ball well. So, defensively, we have our task cut out for us, but so do they. They got to guard. They're going to see Cobb. They're going to see Ford. They're going to see a whole lot of Dobbins and Newman. So our job is to put those kids in position to be successful and put them out there and let them do what they do. And on Saturday, hopefully we can, continue to play as a unit, get this win, get back in the win side.
Once again, we're speaking with Coach Sandy Pugh of the Prairie View A&M University Panthers women's basketball program. Coach, you just made the mention of Jackson State with their new coach, and we know this is a small community network of coaches and managers and ADs. Pine Bluff just pulled a trigger on their women's program. What cause and effect does that have on a student athlete and even those that remain in the athletic department when you pull the trigger this early and trying to get ready? I know we hadn't faced them yet, but you taking the games one game at a time or one team at a time, that really doesn't affect you one way or the other or who you're going to see when it's time to face up against them, does it?
Coach Nate Gilbert was released, and I found out about it, I think, last evening when I was going on to the Slack page to look at some stats and standings. But just really unfortunate situation. He's a heck of a coach. Mississippi Valley for years. Just a phenomenal guy. Has been around this conference for years. He played in this conference. So, but he has a very formidable assistant coach in Coach Danny Evans, who's going to be stepping in as the interim assistant coach. Danny Evans was one of my former assistant coaches. I got him started in the business, and he went on to be a head coach at UAPB. So now he's back in that capacity as the interim head coach, and I spoke with him briefly this morning just to offer some words of encouragement. And, Danny, trust me, Danny is no slouch. He's a top-tier coach, and those kids will go out, and they'll be ready to play. So anyone sitting there thinking for a minute that UAPB is going to roll over and die because they lost their head coach, better think again. He'll have them ready to play. He'll have them ready to go. And, when we go up to see them, if they come down here, they're going to give us every ounce that we can, that they have. And we have to be prepared for them also. But I wouldn't want to wish Coach Gilbert well. And, once again, he's a class act and definitely a great ambassador for SWAC women's basketball coaching.
Well, when we talk about a coaching staff, a lot of people immediately look at the top person, which deservedly so. But in most cases, well, in all cases, that coach is only as great as the people they surround themselves with. You've been fortunate. You've been fortunate enough to have your surrounding team, and we've had everybody, but my guy Hubcaps and Coach Franks to address us yet. How has old Hubcaps been?
He's been great. Matter of fact, I have him standing here with me. I'm going to let you holler at him real quick. What's going on?
Coach Frank, how you doing, my man?
Man, I can't complain, man. Loving Prairie View A&M University.
Rob, you better love it. You better love it, because I love it with every fiber I have in me. And before we get too far along, I've affectionately called him Brother Hubcaps, but introduce yourself to our listening audience, sir.
Man, I'm Coach David Franks. I'm from Louisiana, born and raised.
Well, he said that loud and proud. You didn't say it right, though. You from Louisiana, not Louisiana.
Louisiana.
Well, Coach, look, welcome to the Hill. Things are looking up for you guys on an early start. We were just talking about the importance of a strong coaching nucleus around you. What has Pugh meant to you, and what do you think you mean to Pugh?
Man, Coach Pugh meant everything to me. Look, she lays the foundation down for everything that we do and to be successful. And I'm here to support her on everything that we're doing.
Absolutely, absolutely. Now, you've been settled in for a long enough period. What you think about being in Texas, man?
Man, I love Texas. Everything is up in Texas. Everything is big in Texas.
Yes, sir. Well, we was talking about everything big. I've been telling Coach, let's go find us a couple of those bigs we can plug in that middle so we can go and make this purple and gold run. How does that sound?
Oh, we got a couple coming now.
Don't let the cat out the bag yet. Don't let the cat out the bag yet, Coach.
They need to look for it. It's coming.
They need to look for it. It's coming. Speaking of coming, Jackson State and Grambling, they're going to be coming, making the preparations for it. So if for those of us that are listening that might be on the outside looking in, try to figure, what is your role on this coaching staff?
My role is coaching the bigs. We got to get it and finish in the middle. That's what we do.
Okay.
Forward, big job. We got to get it in the middle and finish. It's no looking out. They got to catch it and finish in the middle.
Okay. Now, they always say you can't coach speed, because that's just a God-given gift. Can you teach a little nice nastiness, or is that something that has to be within?
It got to be within.
You can't, but can you at least administer some layer and let them dig within the rest, or is it just strictly got to be a natural element?
Oh, they got to be nasty within. Take it inside out.
Take it inside.
It's hard to teach that right there.
I understand. Now, look, I put Coach on the spot last time we had her on. Maybe you can help. I asked her what coach reminded her of her style of play. I mean, not coach, but what player she has right now that reminded of her style of play. I'll put you on the line. What player do you see remind you of the playing style of Coach Pugh that's on the Panthers program right now?
Who reminds me of Coach Pugh? Ooh, that's a hard one right there.
She said the same thing, man.
I'm going to go with Dominique because she's tough-nosed. She's going to defend. She's going to do everything you need to ask her to do and get the job done.
That is very interesting because she told us Neely, a.k.a. Tootie.
Oh, Tootie, oh.
What do you think when you hear that one?
Coach hard-nosed now. Coach gonna do it all now. I'm telling you.
I understand. Do you think she can take me out in one-on-one, man?
Who Neely?
No, Coach. I'm talking about Coach now. I'm too young. I mean, too old for Neely. I have to set my standards on somebody a little older.
Oh.
I'm gonna have to ask her when she comes back on. Does she think she can handle me in one-on-one? It's some horse. I'm not going to no 21. I'm too old and tired to go 21. But I'll play in some horse or some pig.
Coach get you a horse now.
She'll give me a horse.
She'll get you a horse now.
Okay, I can hear her now pulling for it. Well, look, Coach Frank, man, we want to thank you so much for joining in with us on today. Welcome to the Hill. And you got anything you want to share with us before you get out?
TV.
You know, look at you, man, catching up already. That's what I'm talking about. All right, Coach Franks, assistant coach of Prairie View women's basketball program. Is Coach Sandy Pugh, you back in there, Coach Sandy?
Yes, sir.
Look, I asked Coach, but I'm going to ask you. You think you could take me out in some horse?
In some horse?
Yeah.
I don't know with my back problem.
Well, I told him, he wanted me to go up against Tootie. I said, no, I'm not going against Tootie. I need somebody in my age bracket. But it's all good. It's all good. Look, I want to thank you so much, for making yourself available with us each week. And we got a chance to talk with old hubcaps today. I'm good with that. Now, a lot of people don't know why I call Brother Frank's hubcaps, and it's nothing disrespectful, but he was selling cars. And it was just the kind of same thing first thing that came to my mind. Oh, we'll just call them hubcaps. And he was good with it, and everybody else was good with it. So I don't want you all to send me no nasty emails and phone messages talking about why you picking on Brother Frank. He's all right with it. So leave us alone. Ain't that right, Coach?
That's right.
All right. Look, Coach, this is your time. We're going to allow you some closing thoughts and comments for this week, and the floor is now yours.
Hey, just want to thank everybody for the support that came out last Saturday. The energy was great. Everything was fantastic. We're just looking forward to, keep this thing going. And we stumbled, but we didn't fall down, so we got to get back up, keep rolling. I got a big game Saturday against a good Jackson State team at 3 p.m., inviting everybody to come out and support with the men's games to follow. And then on Monday, we got the GSU. So we already punched them in the mouth once in football. Now we got to do the same thing in basketball. So y'all come on out and support. We're looking forward to it.
All right. She is Coach Sandy Pugh of Prairie View women's basketball program. I am the radio guy, Dr. Mike Prince. Our media handle follows are for the following: Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, at The Mike Prince Show. The YouTube channel is Open Mic Broadcast Network. Of course, the website is obnradio.com. And the 24-hour message line, 713-570-6736. I must exit stage left for right now, but until the next time, you guys be blessed, and we'll see you on the other side.